What's good, everyone? Welcome. Main card minute, PFL versus Bellator Champs, pay-per-view watch and bet along. Sorry for the delay, bro. My fucking stream went down right when the shit went live. And full disclosure, I'm not investing in it, if you know what I mean. So as soon as it went down, I was like, fuck, dude. And I finally got it up just in time for AJ McKee to fucking ruin our first parlay of the night. So shout out to AJ McKee for fucking ruining everything. He got Clay. When I turned on the fight, it was 30 seconds in, and he had Clay in a guillotine. Clay got out of that guillotine. He transitioned to like a triangle, transitioned to an armbar from there, and got him to tap on the armbar. Crazy fight, ended in like a minute. Did not see that coming. Clay Collard is so fucking tough. AJ McKee is sick, but like I really was confident that was going to go the distance. So that's a huge bummer. We're already off to a fucking terrible start. But you know what? That was also our least what's the word I'm looking for? The least hot the lowest odds. I guess low would be the word I was looking for. The lowest odds of all three bets that we had. So not the biggest deal. We'll rebound. It's Bellator, man. Shit goes crazy. But yo, AJ McKee is fucking nice, dude. That was eye-opening, man. And not that I've been high on AJ McKee for a while, but like he's been fighting God knows who in Bellator, so it's like, is he really that good? But Clay Collard, that's a solid fucking win, man. Congrats to him. I'm gonna update this shit so I can show you guys what we got going on with the bets. As I said, AJ McKee decided to fucking ruin the first bet of the night already. So that was pretty fucking cool of him. Shout out AJ. Let me get my phone working here. All right. Yeah, dude. I don't have audio right now, which is a little annoying, but you know what? It's better than not having video, and I didn't have video before, so got to do what you got to do. I have the headphone in for no fucking reason. That was, can't even hear it. What's the point? Gonna add this in, so if you're just joining, which all of you are, because I just fucking went live. Here's how the bets have gone tonight. AJ McKee decided to ruin the first bet of the night. Thank you, AJ. Mercenary McKee. Nice guy. Met him. He's cool. Next fight of the night, though, we got two UFC vets going on at Thiago Santos, El Majeta. It's not El, but it's just Majeta, taking on Yoel, Soldier of God, Romero. I took the over 2.5 in this, man. I got to say, the odds are in favor of it. It's like minus 250 for the over 2.5. It makes me nervous as fuck. These two in their prime, I would never bet the over on. I'd bet the under 9 times out of 10. But they're both over the age of 40. I'm hoping they're both scared of each other's power and they start slow. So for the best, man, because as soon as we hit the over 2.5 in that, I'm so confident in Jackson and I'm so confident in Eblen. So I would take that. Forgot to read out the Nemkov line because that's obviously dead now, but we'll figure it out when we get there. Denial in the house saying that was too easy. I know Clay's disappointed. He is, man. You saw him. He was like, fuck. Like, you got to tap when you got to tap. What are you going to do? Sit there and let your shit get even more fun? Like, if you're stuck in that position, you're stuck. You're fucked. It is what it is. But we got to take a losing bong hit for that, which I hate taking losing bong hits. But I also want to get high as fuck for this stream. So cheers, whatever time it is by you. It's early here in New York, 3 o'clock. Not too bad. But, if you had a late night the night before, it could be early for you, It is what it is, man. Cheers. Big ass day of fights, too. Not only do we have this, but we also got the UFC Mexico card after that. And that should be pretty sick. Thinking the crowd is going to be like really fucking hyped because they haven't had a card there since 2019, pre-COVID. And I believe Yair also headlined that. I think it was Yair versus Jeremy Stevens. And I don't remember if it was that one or the one after, but what's his face? Sorry, I was listening to myself there. Make sure that quality was good. I don't remember if it was the one that ended in eye poke, but if you guys remember, like Yair fucking poked Jeremy Stevens in the eye or vice versa in like 15 seconds. It was a dud disappointment of a main event. And ironically, Yair's main event against Brian Ortega, the rematch we're getting later tonight, also ended by weird injury on Long Island, funny enough. But Dude, yeah, Yair's got some shitty luck with his main events ending weirdly. I mean, two times. Two times is too many, if you ask me. King J in the house. Yo, brother, what up, King J? King J, I hope you didn't take my PFL bets, Bellator bets, because AJ McKee decided to be an asshole today. And I know you like to parlay everything together, so you're dead already if you did that. I hope you didn't. But if you did it from Mexico, that'll be fun later. All right, I'm gonna get bong hits ready to go. Yo, what do you guys think the pacing is gonna be for this? Because we know PFL has the worst pacing in the world. Bellator not much better. The fucking prelims, if Aaron Pico didn't get that finish, was gonna go past 3 p.m. So like they had something like what, 3 hours to get 4 fights done, 5 fights done, maybe, which saves them, by the way, a whole extra half hour if they went at the UFC's pacing, and they still almost fucked it up and went long. I'm a little nervous. I mean, we just got to finish, so we could get this going a little quicker than usual, but I'm a little nervous, dude, that this shit's going to be upwards of 4 hours. I feel like we're going past 7 p.m. Eastern time. I hope not, though. And reason I'm bringing that up is because like we're waiting on Thiago Yoel right now. Like, all right, we just got to finish. We're on pay per view. We should kind of just move right on to the next fight. Are they going to do promos for 30 minutes here? I'm sitting through one now. We'll see. King J saying, well, I decided to do the 4 money lines. Okay, I like that. And I'm actually really confident in all of those except for Renan Ferreira. And what's crazy is that Renan Ferreira line, I got him at plus 120. Dude, he's like minus 140 now. So, like, a lot of people have been betting on Ferreira. And now I'm looking at that line in the opposite. Like, if I'm betting today, I might take Ryan Bader at plus 120. That was really the only reason because it was such a close fight. It's heavyweight. I was like, I'll just take the plus money guy. I also bet on Ferreira when he won the belt last year, and that was fucking. He was a big underdog against Goltsov, and he won that at like plus 220. So I've been high on him since then. If you're gonna cash my underdog tickets, man, I'm a fan. You know. My stream right now is shit, by the way. It just keeps giving me pop-ups, so it's really annoying. But hopefully you guys paid for it, because if you did pay for it, you probably actually have a good stream and not this garbage. King J, you paired them with the 2 UFC money lines. What were the two? Oh, I did Yair and Moreno. Okay. I like that actually. What were the odds on that? All 6 of those. So just a money line parlay for me. I'm into it, man. I don't normally go money line. You know from my UFC bets. I rarely go money line. Bellator, I feel like, is way more of a money line sport. It's kind of like boxing, where it's like there's a lot of heavy favorites, so you kind of are just like, why even risk this prop? Let me just take whoever's gonna win. Plus 680 odds. I like that, dude. And like I said, Nemkov, Jackson, Eblen. I would even say Moreno. Those to me are like locks. Yair, I'm a little nervous just for the sub factor. You're facing Brian Ortega, he could sub you. Not saying he's gonna, but like nervous there. And Fajeda nervous because there's only a 3 round fight, by the way, title fight. So Bader could wrestle him for 3 rounds. It's not like we've never seen him do that. It's also heavyweight. Bader could knock him out. You never know. But I like that parlay. Good on you. Thiago walking out right now. Thiago really has not been the same since that John Jones fight, and it's sad to say, man, because during that fight we were like, "Holy shit, is Thiago Santos like really good, or is John Jones like falling off a little bit?" And turns out it may have been both. That may have just been Thiago's best performance of his career, but I know he like blew out both of his knees in that fight. He's had multiple surgeries since, so like there's obviously reason for his decline, but he really has kind of looked like shit since that fight. And again, he's 40 years old. It's not like he's some spring chicken and we're like, oh, speaking of John, there's John right there in the crowd in a whole headpiece and everything. I don't have audio on right now, obviously, but looks like Don Davis, John, and yeah. All right, let me pull up this for this. Let's get the clock in there because it looks like we're getting ready for the announcement. It's a little off center. Let's center that up a little bit. Yeah, it looks better. 40 versus 46, 2-inch height advantage to Thiago, 5-inch reach advantage to Thiago. I guess Yoel is a short and stocky guy. I guess that makes sense as far as reach, but wouldn't have thought he had 5 inches. That's a lot. Yep. Yeah, here's the one that worries me the most. He was winning when they first fought, and he's the more active fighter on paper, so he should win. I agree, but like anyone could get caught by Ortega, which is what makes me nervous about it. But I'm like big on Yair. I'm rooting for him. Manich in the house. Up, homie? What up, dude? Manich, we doing the double part. I almost didn't go live with this one, dude, because I ain't paying for this shit, and my stream went down right before, but we got it back. We got it back, baby. We in here. Thiago and Yoel both in the cage. We're getting ready to start. I'm packing up the bong hit. You know how we do it on this stream, baby. We were talking about how's the pacing gonna be? Might be shitty. We got an early finish in the first fight. I gotta say, they're going right into the next one. Look, we haven't even hit 30 minutes into the event yet, and we're getting our second fight for PFL. I count that as a fucking win, man. Manich saying he tailed you on a 6-leg PFL Bellator and UFC parlay. Yes, Manich. McKee fucking finished him. I know you're an AJ McKee fan. We both are, but dude, he's on my shit list today. He got him in an arm bar. It was over in like 30 seconds. It was crazy. And I actually missed the beginning, so I don't even know how they got to the ground. I have a feeling AJ jumped a guillotine because like when I turned it on, he had collared in the guillotine. Then he transitioned to a triangle, and then he transitioned to an armbar. I mean, the dude's got slick jits. Got to give it to him. Got the odds down below. These odds are as relevant as when the prelims started. So around 3.5 hours ago. They might have moved a little bit since then, but as of this morning, these are the odds. This fight's basically a pick 'em, man. And I agree, because if you ask me who wins, I have no fucking clue. Who shows up is really the question. Does 2018 Yoel show up? Does 2018 Thiago show up? Like, then we're going to be in for a good scrap. This would have been a sick fight if they were both actually in their prime. End at like 85, because they both fought at 85. I can't believe Thiago made 85, dude. Manich saying, did you have him over 1.5? I tried to tail, but it was too late. LOL, thankfully. I had him over 2.5, dude. So I'm glad. Round 1 is underway, folks. I was confident in that 2.5 too, dude. Clay Collard is like nice. Clay Collard is tough as fuck. And I was like, all right. I thought AJ would win, but I still thought it would go long. Decision, at least. So far, we got a staring contest here, which I am all for, because if you didn't know, we have the over 2.5 rounds. Thiago looks huge, like tall. Yoel just kind of looks fat, dude. Like, Yoel does not wear 205 well. He wears 180. Yoel is arguably the most jacked at 185. He just looks fat at 205. I guess he was fighting 205 in Bellator too, though, right? I really never watched his Bellator career like that. I know he fought fucking that old ass dude. Who'd he fight? Phil Davis or no, Manhuff. Marvin Manhuff. Where is this? Bring this over here. I like that better. Let's go to old Joel things. Yeah. Melvin Manhuff and Alex Polizzi. Okay. Lost to Phil Davis, lost to Nemkov. Those aren't bad losses. But, I mean, definitely over the hill. Nice low kick from Yoel, but really just a slow fight so far, which I'm all for. I'm all for, baby. Take it slow. I still got to take that bonk, and I'm going to get to it. First one of the day on stream. Yeah? Yeah? Bowl piece got stuck as I was pulling it out. I gotta clean this shit. I always try and clean it a little bit so you guys don't judge the hell out of it. Not that you really see it, but in case you see it. Bro, if you saw that shit on a Friday, because I've been cleaning it every Saturday now for these streams, whew, it's like black. It's bad. Oh, nice right from Thiago. I'm gonna see if I can get audio on this because I would enjoy being able to listen to it. I just don't want to fuck up my shit. Because before I was trying to unmute it and then pop-ups are coming in and shit gets hectic. They got a live shot of John Jones in the corner. Not in the corner of the fighters, in the corner of the screen, like a little picture in picture. Why John Jones is relevant to this fight? I guess because he fought Thiago? I really, it's a stretch. I don't think you need him on screen for this. He's still up there, by the way. We're going on like 30 seconds of him on screen. Just sitting there in his headpiece, people taking pictures. He's not even talking. He's just chilling. Unless he is talking. No, he ain't. Yeah, I don't know. PFL Bellator just grasping at straws. They're like, look who's in attendance. Let's just show him the whole fight. Like, what the fuck does John Jones have to do with anything? These guys aren't fighting in his weight class, aren't fighting in his promotion. He's technically booked. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. He's still on screen, by the way. I wish I knew what time he initially went up because we're going on at least a minute of just a live shot of John Jones. Not even like into the fight either. It's not like he's like, oh shit. Oh. He's just sitting there watching. Oh, Yoel just came rushing in. Made me nervous. Tripped. They got out of there back at the center of the octagon. It's not an octagon, but you know what it is. What do they call it? Smart cage. How could I forget? McKee saying Manich saying who's running production? Is it PFL or Bellator? I think it's PFL. If I had to guess, it looks more PFL-y, graphics wise and all that shit. It has been terrible though, Manich. And I'm not gonna like shit on them because they're in Saudi. Who knows? You know, maybe they hired a bunch of local people to run it for them. But multiple audio issues, like they throw to this guy and this guy's muted. Multiple like cues they throw to someone and they're just sitting on the screen staring at it for 5 seconds and then they start talking, like just bad directing, I guess. I don't know. But we just made it to the end of round 1, so that's looking promising because we need the over 2.5 rounds. And yo, if I'm being honest, I said it before, I think this is one of my more nervous bets because you have 2 hammers here. The only thing that I'm like, okay, is the age. 40 versus 46. You got to hope the longer it goes on, they're going to slow down. And they started pretty slow, so I'm into it. Not having the audio actually helps when you have the over, because if the commentators got excited about any shot or anything, like I didn't hear it, you know? And if you're kind of doing multitasking, looking at multiple things, you miss a couple shots, you know? We're not judging the fight. We just needed to go 2.5 rounds. So overall, going the way we wanted to. Manich saying they got to figure that Saudi shit out though, because the Ngannou Fury fight was the same way. Yeah. And who produced that? Was it like DAZN? Oh, that's the other thing. Is like DAZN producing this, or is it ESPN? I'm thinking it's ESPN because I got the ESPN watermark on mine. I think it's on their multi doing it like they've been doing for the past few, but oh, you read that already. But that sounds worse than that was. Yeah, dude. It was worse than the Ngannou Fury, and I think Ngannou Joshua is going to be equally bad production. I mean, is what it is, dude. I don't judge people when they got shitty production. I know how it can be, but it's one thing if it's consistent. If every fucking event is shit, then it's like, dude, you got to hire new people. But when you're in a different city all the time and you got to set up and do all this shit, I understand shit going. Yeah, that was Top Rank, I think, but like you said, probably local teams and shit. Yeah, dude. And Saudi especially, like who knows what, I don't know. I really know nothing about Saudi Arabia. I'm not gonna act like I do, but is there a lot of like production out there? I wouldn't think so, but maybe there is. Oh, I forgot to do a poll. I like to do the polls so I can find out who you guys are going for, but I'll do it for the next fight now so that we're ready. Who is the next fight? It's Cappelozza and Nemkov. Hopefully, because that's the fucking poll I just did. Go back to the stream. The problem with all the streams earlier, I had like 5 different streams up because I was like getting paranoid about this. Like, oh, what if this one goes down? Let me have this one just in case. Whatever. So I had all these different websites. And then they all like only had the prelims. You know what I mean? Like the stream ended and you got the end slate for the prelims, and you're like, all right. So then I had to scramble. Now I'm on like my 20th choice. It's working. During the walkouts, for whatever reason, I get a bunch of pop-ups, but during the fights, it seems to be okay. Thiago with a big swing and miss there. What's interesting, I don't know where is Yoel not training at ATT anymore, because he was always a lifetime like ATT guy, and now Thiago's training at ATT. And I saw like even ATT tweeted today and was like, "Here's our picks for the main," and they circled Thiago ATT, they circled Johnny Eblen ATT, and they circled Renan Ferreira ATT. They didn't fucking circle Yoel. I mean, they're fighting each other, but like they didn't like leave that fight off. They like clearly chose Thiago over Yoel. So maybe there's some saltiness there. Maybe Yoel left them on a bad note. I gotta fix this shit. I always schedule tweets for the fights, and then if they don't, what happens half the time is the fight starts and the tweet still hasn't gone out yet, which is what just happened. So like, there's gonna go out right now saying the Thiago Yoel fight just started, even though it's been live for a minute. But that, and they fucking will always be too early. Like it'll say this fight's coming up, and then the other fight is still going on. So pain in the ass, I tell you. Excuse me while I catch up on a text quick. Got some daytime hockey today in the States. If anyone's a hockey fan. Islanders are playing right now. I think they were losing bad last I looked. Yep, 3-0, so that's pretty sick. You guys see Matt Frivola got announced against Michael Johnson in May? That's a sick fight. Someone's going to sleep, and it's probably Michael Johnson. But it's a dope fight for Frivola, like nice name value. And someone chinny that he could probably get a highlight reel knockout over. Ooh, nice inside low kick from Yoel that had Thiago off balance. Has he been chipping away at that the whole time? I don't know for sure. Live odds have it -250 for Thiago, +190 Yoel. Thiago does look like the fresher fighter. Your boy Frivola, Huntington's own, Long Island's own. All right, end of round 2, just what we needed. Just need another half a round, and we'll hit the first leg of our 3-legger, which I don't love doing a 3-legger. There's Ngannou in the crowd sitting next to Mike Tyson. What a duo. I know Mike Tyson was helping Ngannou for the Tyson Fury fight. He's probably working with him again for the Joshua. France is obviously in town for that. That makes sense. Unless they're trying to do like a John, they invited John Jones, knowing Ngannou's going to be there, just so they can like possibly get them to face off for a fight that's never going to happen, just so they can boast it. Like, look what happened at PFL Bellator. But like, I guess Ngannou's probably also going to stare down with the winner of the main event, because they said the winner of the main event's going to fight him. Which we have a bet on Ferreira, so obviously we're rooting for Ferreira, but And again, Ryan Bader's old, dude. But like, if you're like, yo, who do you want to see Francis Ngannou fight? You only have these two choices: Renan Ferreira or Ryan Bader. I'm like, I guess Ryan Bader, name value wise. Maybe Renan's gonna change my mind. I hope he changes. I mean, I want Renan to get like a vicious finish today. That'd be sick. But at the end of the day, it's over a 40 plus Ryan Bader. It's not like the coolest win. I've also like we've seen Ryan Bader. I saw Ryan Bader knocked out cold in 2016. Rumble Johnson, baby. Like it's not like we've never seen Ryan Bader get viciously knocked out multiple times. But I still don't think either of them are going to be able to excite me enough to do the to get hyped for their fight, you know. Oh, that's random as fuck. King J, were Ferreira's money lines odds plus money for you? I had to take him at minus 142. Yeah, dude, I was talking about that earlier. So, oh, fuck, y'all. I'm asleep at the wheel, first of all, on the round situation. Give me a sec. We're at like 4 minutes right now. Give me 3 seconds so I could sync this perfectly. Okay. What'd you ask me for money line? Oh yeah, dude. So I got Renan Ferreira earlier in the week, and I was saying the only reason I really took him is because it's a heavyweight main event with close odds, and I was like, I'll just take the underdog. And I also cashed on Renan Ferreira in the PFL finals against Goltsov, and so I was like, that's my boy. I got to bet on him again. He dog money again. Here come the pop ups now. And then I'm looking today, and he's fucking ballooned to minus 142, and now Bader's like plus 120. And I was like, yo, if I was betting today, I might take Ryan Bader, odds wise. So hopefully you guys got it earlier. I mean, you took him at minus 142, so good on you. But I only take plus money bets. So if you guys needed a plus money bet, I don't blame you if you wanted to take Ryan Bader today. Or maybe Ferreira KO, maybe that's plus money. I don't know. Is only a 3-round fight, but he could finish Bader, dude. Bader's old as fuck. Also, we're about 20 seconds away from hitting this over 2.5. Manish saying, I don't know shit about Bellator, but I feel like just off Bader's age, he's going to get finished. Yeah, dude. And that's exactly, it's funny, like what you just said, you not knowing shit about Bellator, but the age, that's Bellator in a nutshell, dude. Old guys past their prime, former UFC guys fighting it out. We just hit the over 2.5, by the way. Let's go, baby. Can't believe dude is still fighting on a main card, no less. Yeah. Crazy. All right, over 2.5. Let me update this shit. I'm feeling good about that now. All we need is fucking Jason Jackson and Johnny Eblen to win. I feel like those are sure things. I don't remember what the odds were earlier in the week. You could see it in the breakdown, but this was the closest odds as far as like this was the leg that we needed to hit the most. The other ones were like huge favorite. It was like a minus 450 and a minus 350 or something. This was like minus 200, which again, heavy favorite, but like still the weakest leg on the parlay. So glad that hit. Let me add that shit back in here. I gotta figure out the audio situation because I gotta be able to hear like how the judges scored it and shit. Holy shit, new live odds minus 1050 for Romero, plus can barely read that 8 something for Thiago. That's fucking wild because last round it was like plus 200 for Yoel, and now Yoel's a huge favorite. I have the few times I have caught a few things, I know he's chopping the legs up with Thiago, and Thiago's like wearing it. Like each time he gets hit with them is like limping and like changing stances and losing his balance. And so, oh, they both just went in swinging. Thiago again, dude. He had that lead leg planted and Yoel just fucking chopped it. Just, oh. This shit's about to go the distance. Again, you give me this fight 5 years ago, I would never bet the over 2.5. But look at that, baby. We just went the distance. So glad we did bet the over 2.5 in this case. Looks like Yoel's going to take it based on the live odds. You can't always trust that, but I trust them more than me watching it because I was barely. As soon as that over 2.5 hit, I was like, all right, we out. Let me do this. All right, I'm going to try and figure this out. Yeah, I don't know. There's like an audio button, and every time I click it, it just gives me a pop-up. I'm going to go back to an older link that I was using and see maybe they got their shit together and I can get audio off of that. This one's got nothing. As we go through, this one was good before. Just in case. All right, we got audio back, baby. Let's go. Chael P on the mic. What up, researcher? Let's fucking go, baby. Shout out Manich in the chat, group chat. If you're just joining, Yoel Romero probably just won unanimous decision. I'm thinking it's going to be 29-28. Waiting to hear now. They're saying Thiago's taking off his gloves, perhaps retiring. Nice having the audio now, I gotta say. God, well, who know? Maybe they were giving us insight into why John Jones was there, and here I am being like, "What the fuck is this about?" Yeah. All right, let's go. Chael and Dan Hardy both picked Yoel for what it's worth. Research bet $453 on what? Here we go. 230.27s, 129.28. Yoel, congrats to the soldier of God, baby. In Cuba. System like 10 fights. All right. All right, researcher. Here's where we're at on the day. Um, First fight of the night, man. AJ McKee was like, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. You know, he Mike Chandler that shit. He was like, I'm gonna just sub this motherfucker real quick. I thought they were gonna stand up for 3 rounds and it was gonna be a war that fucking AJ barely, not barely, but AJ, just snitched. 21, 29, 28. That's what I saw. What we got was a fucking 1-minute finish that I missed half the fight. I joined 30 seconds late. And it was already he had him deep in a fucking triangle, transition to an armbar, done. Okay. Just had the Yoel versus Thiago fight, over 2.5 rounds, baby. Cash that shit. That's leg one of that blue parlay. So we just need Jason Jackson and Johnny Eblen. Pretty confident in both of them. Feeling good about that. The Cappelozza Nemkov is dead. I just forgot to black it out, but that was the parlay with the AJ and Clay fight. So that one's out. So we just have the main event and that blue parlay left. So we're just kind of chilling for this next fight. I did put a poll in the chat if you haven't voted already on who you guys think will win. So far, 100% say Nemkov. I mean, Nemkov was like a -500 favorite, so I don't blame you, but it's heavyweight, and he's moving up. Former light heavyweight, you know? Is he gonna have the size advantage? I don't know. Bruno Cappelozza is a fucking hammer. Bruno's also a former champion. He won this, PFL. I don't remember what year, 21 maybe, 22. But, yeah, dude, not a sure thing in Nemkov. I think he's gonna win, but, like, there's value on Cappelozza. And as someone who has no bet on this now, I'm sitting here being like, "Should I dabble on Cappelozza?" I don't think I'm gonna pull the trigger, but just saying, I think there's value there. Oh, we got John Jones on the fucking broadcast now. Towering over Chael, by the way. They fought each other, but he looks fucking huge. And Sean O'Connell too. Like Sean O'Connell, former light heavyweight, and then I think he fought at heavyweight in the he might have fought at light heavyweight in the PFL. I don't remember what weight class. Either way, John Jones looks fucking huge next to both of them. Trying to hear what they got to say about this. Asking John if this is something he wanted to see. Just typing someone quick. All right, Francis is here. They're instigating now. Give me a split screen or something. They're talking about Francis to John. Intrigue me. Intrigue me. John asking, "What do you guys think I should do?" I don't think I need to toot my own horn. Chael trying not to laugh. Chael's like really biting his tongue. It's funny. Oh, they're asking him who wins, Joshua Ngannou. He says he wants Francis to win just for the story. He's rooting for him. Rooting for Francis, but Anthony Joshua. That's basically what he said. If I had to put my money on it, not that I gamble. That's how John Jones just delivered that. John, why does he try and come off so angelic? Like, dude, you don't have to come off like a scumbag either, but just be real. Not that I gamble. Not that I gamble on anything. Back to that slow ass pacing, dude. We just went through a decision. Why are we like chilling on an interview now? Say you should have done this after the fucking AJ McKee fight. This is boring me. We don't care about like John's never gonna come to the PFL. Francis is probably never gonna come back to the UFC. We we don't this isn't doing anything. This is the equivalent of like Connor being at BKFC that time when they stared down with Mike Perry. The fuck's the point of that? You guys are never gonna fight in this umbrella. Like maybe if Mike came back to the UFC, that fight may happen, but I really doubt it. Like Francis isn't come Francis, if he's smart, man, he fulfills this PFL deal because because he signed a deal, but he just stays boxing. There's no reason to come back to MMA, especially the UFC. You left the champ in your prime, and now you're making fucking 10 times the amount you would have made there. John, on the other hand, stuck in his contract there. That's his only way to make money right now. Fight it or do nothing. So just hide from Francis, chill there, fight Stipe, retire, done. He just blew a kiss and it was like super awkward. He was like, it was weird like that. Like he like ate his hand. Chael's such an instigator. He's like, Sean, you put John on the spot with that. Sean O'Connell just said, I want to see John Jones versus Francis. Then they showed a shot of Francis. Here's John. John like went forward and stared at the camera in front of everyone and then walked away and they showed Fran. It was the fuck are we doing? A virtual stare down? You guys are in the same building. Either do it or shut up. Here's Nemkov in the fucking wouldn't call it a locker room. Looks like a fucking auditorium. But yeah, there's Nemkov in the auditorium. There's Nemkov knocking out Ryan Bader, who we'll see later tonight, hopefully get knocked out. So Ferreira wins that. Nemkov. All right, we got to take a victory bong hit. Dude, by the way, before this stream started, we were at 411 subscribers. If we could get to 420, everyone just no one else can subscribe. That's it. We're done. We're cutting it off there. No, I'm kidding, obviously. But yo, it'd be pretty sick if we could get it on 420 and then it'll just stay at that for a little bit. So if there's 9 of you in here who haven't fucking subscribed, unless the number's already a little higher than I'm saying. Either way, get it to 420. Coordinate with each other. Don't fucking sub unless it's gonna get us to 420. If it's gonna go over, hold off. Wait a day. Nah, but that would be cool to have it on 420 because we got to take a victory bong hit. Because Thiago Santos and Yoel Romero did the damn thing, went over 2.5. They're on our good list. AJ McKee's still kind of on our shit list for just being too good. Making Clay Collard look like shit. Maybe the odds will be really good for Clay Collard next time against someone who he can easily beat. Maybe it'll work out for us. All right, victory bong hit. Thiago Yoel. Smoking that salty bud. This guy Ian Parker has like all the same bets as me tonight. He put him out before. He had like Eblen by decision. He has Ferreira. He had the over 2.5, I think, in McKee Collard. That might be it. But either way, that's pretty similar. Made me feel better. Like, all right, maybe these are legit. I don't know how good he is, but he's on a show now. So maybe we got to start this. We don't talk about Bruno. Nemkov. Fedor's boy. Chael being like, can we give it up to our production crew over here? I mean, you can, but like, do they deserve it? No, they're doing a good job. Good on them. Let me get the odds up. Let's see, shit, get it ready. Did you guys watch the prelims at all? They were on YouTube. Um, there was some cool shit there. Ali Walsh, Biagio Ali Walsh, Muhammad Ali's grandson. He won. Clarissa Shields actually had like a pretty entertaining fight. I'm not saying it was high level, but it was entertaining. She was throwing bombs. and then she would just so easily get taken down by this other girl. She was in a deep arm bar in round 1, didn't tap, ended up winning. Yeah, it was decent. Aaron Pico avenged his loss against, Henry Corrales. It's like ground and pound. It was a weird stoppage. There was, like, 5 seconds left in the round 1, and it was like, the ref went to jump in to stop it, and it was, like, when the clapper went off, the ref, like, kinda went to jump in, and then totally, like, backstepped, and then, like, Pico just hit him with, like, 2 hammer fists, and the ref was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, done." Like, it should have ended. Wasn't, like, a bad stoppage, but just, weird. It was almost like the ref was like, "I gotta stop it. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah." I don't know. I'm not gonna talk shit about the production. You know how it is, Manish. You can't knock. Volcom, what up, brother? How is Nemkov plus 100? He is not. So it's just not red right now. But I had him parlayed with the over 2.5 in that collared McKee fight. So this bet's already dead. Bookie should be happy I can't bet this card on my book. Why? Well, Nemkov isn't plus 100 if that's what you're thinking. But also, Renan Ferreira is an underdog now, or a favorite now, I should say, minus 140. We got the tail of the tape here. Bruno is 34. Nemkov is 31. Let me throw up the thing for that. 2-inch height advantage to Bruno. 3-inch reach advantage to Bruno. All right, all right. Fix this again so it's not covering his name. All right. Let's get the odds up for this bitch. And we have no bet on it. We needed Nemkov money line, but now we need nothing. We're just enjoying this one. Volkan asking, hype for UFC? I am, dude. This is a great day of fights, man. I mean, I know PFL Bellator not everyone's favorite, but we got solid fights right now in the afternoon. And then we got a late UFC card. They were smart enough to not even overlap, too. Like maybe the main event here bleeds into the first prelim of UFC Mexico. But yeah, man, just straight day of fights. Pretty dope. I'll be live again for the main card of the UFC. Doing the announcements right now. Nemkov fighting out of Russia, 17-2, one no contest, 10 KOs and 3 submissions. This is his heavyweight debut, I believe. He may have fought at heavyweight in like regionals coming up, but for sure Bellator was always a light heavyweight. He vacated the belt. He was champ. He beat Ryan Bader to become champ. Or maybe he beat Corey Anderson to become champ. And then vacated to move up to heavyweight. Bruno 15-6, one no contest, fighting out of Brazil, 14 knockouts, 0 submissions. Interesting. At this point, because we have no juice on it, let's just get a fucking knockout, man. Nemkov's gonna wrestle. Cappelozza wants to scrap. I'm in it. I'm in it for a knockout. Let me look at oh, I don't have the odds up. Let me get those up. No referee in charge. Gary Hadley. Let's see what fight and KO. This is over unders 1.5. It's pretty much a pick 'em. Oh fuck, man! I'm always so late with the clock. Here we go. It says PFL champion versus Bellator champion, which is true, but not. Neither of them are current champions. It's like former PFL champion versus former Bellator champion. Nice low kick from Nemkov. Nemkov looks thick. Oh, goes in for a single leg. Gets that shit. Bruno right back to his feet. They're against the cage. Nice knee in the clinch from Nemkov. Nice elbow. Bruno reverses it. But Bruno don't wanna wrestle. Chael saying if Bruno can nullify the wrestling, that's his path, like, obviously. Nemkov's path to victory is to wrestle. So, obviously, Bruno wants to keep it standing, but, doesn't mean he's success. They're back at the center of the octagon now. Nice 1-1-2 from Nemkov. Oh, nice 1-2 lands for Nemkov. Damn, he weighed 245 for this. I mean, it's at heavyweight, so he's, like, right in the middle really of the weight class, but, coming up from 205, so he's put on, like, 40 pounds and he looks shredded, so, like, 40 pounds of muscle, that's fucking wild. And we're early, man, we're not even halfway through this round, but, like, he looks fresh, he doesn't look like he's wearing the weight. That would be your worry when moving up, that you're gonna be, like, slower and cardio is gonna take a hit. Nemkov tried to get a trip there. Cappelozza kept his balance. Nice head kick from Nemkov, I forgot to end the poll. Well, 100% of you thought Nemkov would win, so let's see how that turns out. Nemkov's definitely landing the better shots. We got, what is it? 1 of 8 strikes for Cappelozza, 17 to 30. Oh, they're showing, like, arms. This is what I hate about PFL with their stats, man. They get too in depth with the stats. I don't arm strikes? Look, arm and leg, just give me fucking significant strikes, bro. Nemkov's landed, like, alright, now they're going leg strikes. Now I gotta add them together in my head to figure out how many fucking strikes these guys got. Live odds -345 for Nemkov, so pretty much what we opened at. If you have the over 1.5, you're probably feeling good about this right now. Definitely slower, and there's been 1 takedown, but, like, no real wrestling. Hasn't been too wrestling heavy. Nemkov's definitely looked good, but they're both slowing. Nice jab from Nemkov. Oh, hits him with a nice counter 1-2 on the way in. Nemkov, that is. Round 1's just about done. Ooh, spinning wheel kick at the end. Definitely giving that to Nemkov, 10-9. Again, started slow. If you guys had the over 1.5, which was -105 pre-fight, yeah, -105, I'd be feeling pretty good about that right now. Fight goes the distance, +250. Wouldn't be feeling great about that still, but, I mean, we made it around. Gotta be feeling good. What else? What else? Nemkov by KO was -110. Where's Cappelozza by KO? +600. Yeah, alright, that sounds about right. Round 2, getting ready. They do a 10-second clapper even between rounds. It's kinda funny. Bro, before they fucking in one of the first fights of the night, prelims, they did the bell to start the fight, and, like, the whole camera crew and the corners were still in the fucking smart cage, and they had to be like, "Oh, wait, hold on." Like, it was bad. I don't know if you blame the commission for that or production, but that was fucking stupid. Maybe it was the bell guy's fault. Because yes, that's someone's job. Dude, that was sick. So Cappelozza threw a kick, Nemkov caught it, and then while he was holding on to the leg, threw a fucking head kick of his own. It was pretty sick. Live odds minus 1,300 Nemkov, plus 7. I can't ever read the fucking 2 digits. Plus 700. I'm just gonna say Cappelozza. No one had thrown a strike for like 10 seconds. Body kick from Nemkov. Nice one too. Nemkov is definitely the more active fighter. Ooh, Cappelozza finally throws some. Ooh, front kick from Bruno. Oh, oh, both of them land a big shot, but Bruno just hurt Nemkov. Went to rush in, and Nemkov reversed it against the cage, going for a double leg now. Has him up, takes him down in half guard. That was great fight IQ from Nemkov, dude. He was rocked, immediately clinched, gets the takedown. Now he's in top position. They're like adjusting the exposure while the camera's hot. I mean, not something you really want to do there. Cappelozza attempts to get up. Ooh, Nemkov now in full mount. Oh, head and arm. Oh, he's got this. This is done. He's asleep. Technical submission. 245. Nemkov, baby. Damn. I'm eating my words for anyone who I said, yo, the over 1.5's looking nice because it was 10 seconds away, 15 seconds away from hitting. That was fucking dope. Damn. Makes me feel even worse about the fucking AJ McKee situation, though. Because if AJ McKee had just gone over 2.5, we would have just hit our bet there. Would have been nice. We still got Jason Jackson and Johnny Eblen and Renan Ferreira, baby. The trifecta, the Bellator trifecta, coming to bring it home, and I'm confident in it. Manich, let's go Nemkov. Manich, what's your parlay again? Looking back what you said, I think you said it was 6 legs. Tells you on a 6-leg PFL Bellator UFC parlay. That was dude, remember Nemkov got hurt, rocked, immediately takes him down, gets the fucking finish, like, damn, went from, like, "I'm about to be finished" to, "Oh, I'm finishing you." He's out. That was fucking sick. Vadim. Yes, he did. He went to sleep alright. I mean, it's a good thing Nemkov won because he was a huge favorite. Would have been, pretty bad. Also, what are the odds right now on, Yoel won, so that's Bellator, AJ McKee, Bellator, Nemkov, Bellator. That's 3-0 on the main card for Bellator. I thought they were gonna win like 4 or 5. Who was I thinking? I gotta look at the card now. Oh, I thought Collard had a chance to win. Thiago Yoel was a toss-up, so I was like, "Oh, maybe Thiago could win." And then Ferreira would be the one that I would be like, "Yeah, he's gonna win PFL." So, yeah, I hope we don't get a clean Bellator sweep, but we can get it till the main event. I'd be cool with that. Mike Tyson gives him the belt. So stupid, dude. They're all getting a belt just for fight like, you're not a champion. Why are you getting a belt? Feels weird to say that because Nemkov was a champion and then he vacated and, like, he never lost. He's just in a different weight class now, so it feels weird for me to be criticizing him in particular, but I don't like that they're giving belts to non-title fights tonight. And, like, Mike Tyson giving it to him and Fedor. Chael being like, "Look at this shot." If that was me, my mother would have that up in the living room because Fedor on one side and Mike Tyson on the other. That is a pretty fucking epic shot, not gonna lie. Alright, Manich, tailed you and parlayed most of them. Over 2.5 for Santos Romero, nice. Nemkov money line, nice. Jackson money line, nice. Fajeda over 1.5. Alright. Rosas Tercios over 2.5. Zellhuber Prado over 1.5. Okay. So Fajeda over 1.5 is the only one that you win on your own there. So I'll for that for you. We just need Fajeda to win. I don't care when it happens. It could happen over 1.5. But yo, I like that. Rosas Tercios over 2.5 does make me nervous. I know I bet that, but that's a nervous one for sure. Pretty ridiculous one. I hate when I hate that I had to read it out, guys, because we got it right, but because AJ McKee fucked us today, no homo, we uh we lost. We lost on that parlay. But we got two fights correct so far out of 3, if you want to look at it like that. How do you guys look at it? Do you go by the number of fights you got right? Do you go by the bets? If you're going by the bets, we're 0 for 1, but we've hit one leg of a 3-legger. That blue, those ones in blue text, we got those parlayed with the green, okay? If you're just joining us, Clay Collard got finished in like 40 seconds, 30, 40 seconds by an armbar from AJ McKee. Did not see that coming. Thought it would be a 3-round war. Yoel Romero, Thiago Santos, they're 2 old men, man. They didn't wanna fucking knock each other out. They went 2.5 rounds. We knew that. They went 3. They went all 3. And then Vadim Nemkov, dominant first round, maybe gets rocked a little bit in the second, immediately just gets the takedown right into full mount, head and arm choke. Bruno Cappelozza unconscious, technical submission. Pretty fucking sick. Would have been nice to cash that, but again, AJ McKee. Up next, we got Ray Cooper III, who's got bombs, coconut bombs. Versus Jason the ass kicking machine Jackson, baby. And Jason Jackson's a fucking hammer, dude. He's really beaten like really good guys in Bellator. Amosov. Like, I'm high on Jason Jackson and I'm really fucking high on Johnny Eblen. I know Impa's been on a run. Johnny Eblen's might be the best middleweight in the world. One of. Top 5 in the UFC, I think. So pretty confident in both of those. Let's hope we can hit it. It's a fatty plus 135. Fat for these 3 at least. And then we got Renan Ferreira in the main event. Should be a fun one to ride out here. Manich saying Rosas makes me nervous in general. He is a little weird looking. He's also still like a teenager. I think he's still 19, which is fucking crazy. Like, what were you doing at 19 years old? I was not fighting grown men, and I was not making. He's probably on a shit contract. Probably makes like 12 and 12, but I was not making $12,000 a year or sorry, $12,000 a night when I was 19 years old. It's pretty fucking sick. $12,000 a year. Oh yeah, we got to take a bong hit, baby, because even though we didn't win that, but I mean, we nothinged really because we didn't have a bet because it was already dead. But Nemkov, technically, we got it right. We got to give him a cheers, give him a nice little banger. Oh, but first, yo, let me make the poll. Let me see if anyone's taking old Koopy. Old Koopy. Who wins this fight with a capital T? Cooper III or Jackson? Poll is in the chat. Let me know who you guys think. Personally, I got Jason Jackson, not only for the bet, but I think he wins. If anyone's taking Cooper though, I respect it. Let's check the odds on that. Because I know he's a fat underdog to begin with, but like I really think his only path to victory is knockout. He's plus 500 money line. I would probably just take that if I was gonna bet on Ray Cooper. Let's see what the knockout is though. Plus 700. So you're getting an extra 200 there if you took him by knockout. It's tempting. If you had no action on the fight, I'm saying. Again, I just try and find the best plus money bets I can get. And where's the value at? It's not necessarily what I think is going to happen or what I want to happen. I'm just looking at things I think have the highest, for what the odds are, the highest chance of happening, if that makes sense. Because the other thing I would say is maybe Jackson by decision, which is, where is it? Jackson wins by decision, minus 105. Yeah, so that's not even plus money. So you got to try and find value somewhere. Maybe like fight end KO, fight goes to decision. I don't know. You got to do what you can. But if you're riding with us, you got Jason Jackson money line. And that's good enough for me, baby. Showing us the not tail of the tape, but the little graphic here. About to start walking out. Jason Jackson, fighting out of Jamaica. Grew up in Florida, but born in Jamaica. Fights out of Killcliff. The ass kicking machine. Pretty fucking like hilarious slash dope nickname. Like, what do you do for a living? I'm a professional fighter. Like, oh, what's your nickname? The ass kicking machine. You better kick ass though. That's the thing. I got cat hair on this. You better kick ass though. You can't call yourself that if you're like a decision machine. That's like it's gonna sound stupid because he's coming off like two finishes in a row. But Dan Ige goes by 50K, like, oh, he always gets the 50K bonus. Like Danny Gay was never in any exciting fights. He would always go to decision. They weren't like wars, they weren't great scraps. They were like solid decision victories, losses, whatever. Again, it sounds stupid because he's had two pretty cool finishes recently, but still not a fitting nickname if you ask me. Jason Jackson. If anyone saw the video online, he trains at Killcliff. I mentioned so like Shavkat trains there. They did like this drill and it was like who could take who down or like I don't know, both guys try and take each other down. They wrestle essentially, but it's like takedown only wrestling. And they went toe to toe. Shavkat won, but Jason Jackson held his own and the whole gym is around them like cheering them on and shit. And I was like, damn. Not that that's why I'm like, oh, Jason Jackson's good because I saw that one gym video, but it just adds to the oh shit. Because when these guys fight in other promotions, you often think either they suck because they're not in the UFC, or you go, I have no idea who the fuck this is. They would lose in the UFC, kind of thing. Like If you don't know them, you're like, "They're gonna lose." So I feel like, when you see, like, Jason Jackson wrestling with Shavkat, who we all know is a fucking killer, you're like, it puts it into perspective. You're like, "Oh, he can hang with a top 3 guy in the UFC's welterweight division? Like, shit." This is a catch weight, though, 182, which is important because, I'm pretty sure Ray Cooper's had problems making 170 before, even though he's won this tournament, PFL tournament at 170. But also, who knows how that size might benefit Cooper more than it benefits Jackson. Jackson's the 170 champ. Maybe he barely cuts to it. I don't know. He looks pretty shredded. I don't think he barely cuts to it, but maybe. Both fighters are in the ring, though. Oh, I never got the fucking odds ready. Jackson, again, has ballooned as far as, odds go. I don't know if anyone knows what I had in my breakdown. I wanna say he was minus 450, maybe 350. I know I'm confusing him and Eblen. One of them was 450, I think the other one was 350. He's minus 625 now, which is crazy. Yeah, the clock. I gotta take my Nemkov bong hit before this fight starts. Also, gotta do something quick. Pacing has been good, man. We're in the 4th fight of the card, main card, an hour and a half in. That's oh, 2 fights over 7 p.m. Might not even go to fucking 6. Alright, victory bong hit for Nemkov, even though, like, you guys know. Ass kicking machine. Let me get the bet up here. Jackson money line. Oh, they got him at minus 675. So as I said, these odds are, when the prelims went live. So as of right now, like 4.5 hours ago, these are the odds. So late money coming in on Jackson. And dude, I got him early in the week at like minus 450. It's minus 675 now. That's the thing, yo. I used to always bet on the Friday before fights. And ever since doing these breakdowns, I've been betting on the Monday or Tuesday. And I feel like I'm beating so many of these lines. It's great. Like, I never realized how much value there was getting the bet in early. It could obviously fuck you both ways, you know? You could get in a bet early thinking you beat the line, and then it balloons more. Like, let's say you got Ray Cooper at like plus 100, and now he's plus 500. You're like, fuck, should have waited. But when it works out, it's pretty sick. Brian Miner, the ref there. They're using the Mohegan Sun Athletic Commission. That's why some familiar faces reffing these fights. Jackson immediately gets the low kick, keeping the range. He looks like skinny compared to Ray Cooper. Like, they don't really look like the same weight class. Yeah, Ray Cooper's only 5'7". Maybe that's why. He's so stout. Nice low kick again from Jackson. Ooh, big overhand left from, Cooper. He whiffed on it, but there was some power behind it. Another low kick. Cooper blocked it, but Those still hurt. Jackson seems hesitant, unless he's just trying to get the range. He's very conscious of Cooper's power. It's almost like he's like, as soon as Cooper feints at him, he's backing up, which is probably the smart game plan, but, like, when are you gonna get your offense off? He is chopping away at that leg. I guess you try and get him to switch stances, go southpaw, and then find an opening there. They're both orthodox. Ooh, now Jackson's feinting on that leg kick, and Cooper's pulling his leg away. He's getting scared of it. 5 for 5 on those. Ooh, he just feinted again, and Cooper lift the leg. He's probably, I mean, he knows more than me. He's gonna set some shit up with that, I guarantee it. Feint the low kick and then, like, throw a fucking, I don't even know, head kick, body kick. Ray is very conscious of it. Oh, he lands another one. Oh, and Ray is limping. Dude, I'll take a fucking TKO due to leg kicks. That shit's always sick. Cooper lunges in, tries to shoot a double. Jason Jackson, great takedown defense, pushes him back to the cage, just landing knees to the body. Jackson looks great, dude. Live odds have actually gone down. Minus 425 Jackson. Jackson in on a double leg, gets it in, Ray's guard now. They're kind of against the cage, and he's in guard, so, like, we'll see what he's doing here. Maybe some ground and pound, but, not the best position. Oh, lands a nice left there, it looks like. Oh, nice elbow. Just beating up the bot, pushing his head against the cage. He's doing the covering the mouth with one hand and then working with the other hand to land the ground and pound. That's gotta be so f like, if you're claustrophobic, even if you're just trying to breathe, bro, someone's in your mouth, it's like, "Oh my god." Alright, now now live odds have updated, minus 1150 for Jackson. That sounds more like it. Up until the takedown, they were actually coming back in favor of, Cooper. Not in favor, but they were coming down. Jackson landed some nice elbows. This round will probably finish like this. Jackson in the guard, smothering, covering the mouth, landing short elbows, short little hammer fists. Yeah, Chael's saying it, like, Cooper's just laying there now, what, trying to get out of the round rather than trying to get up. Ooh, some big elbows here from Jackson. Oh, this might end. Get in there. Oh my god. Wow. That should have been a finish. Dude, in the le as soon as the 10-second clapper went, Jackson just started fucking putting everything into these elbows, and he landed probably 6 unanswered hard elbows with Ray shelled up. I don't know how the ref didn't stop that. That was bad. I mean, saved by the bell, you could say, but, like, they're showing the replays of these low kicks, dude, they are vicious. Showing the replay of the double leg. It was nice. It wa those elbows, like, Alright, end it. Okay, from the moment I said end it, 5, more shots were landed. So, that's a pretty bad situation there. We're in round 2. Immediately, Jackson tries that low kick. Cooper moved out of the way. Live odds minus 3,500 for Jackson. Oh, drops him with the low kick. Oh, landing hard ground and pound. This is gonna end. It's over. Let's go, baby. Jason Jackson, the ass kicking machine. That's what this motherfucker does. Huge favorite for a reason. I mean, yo, Jackson by KO. Woo! I'll take it, man. However we can get it, I will take it. Need to update this now. He cannot stand. I don't blame him. I mean, fuck, dude. Imagine taking those. But that was pretty sick. Just what we needed. Jason Jackson money line. This card is moving right along too. We're still only an hour and a half into it, and we finished 4 fights now, which is fucking sick. Even if they milk for the next 15 minutes or something, we should still be done by 6 o'clock, which is wild. That's dope. 0 overlap with the UFC would be ideal. That way we can watch all those fights. Next up, we got Impa versus Johnny Eblen. Gonna be a dope fight. Let me get the new bet sheet in here. Jason Jackson looks so good, dude. I wanna see him in the UFC. I wanna see Jason Jackson, I wanna see Patchy Mix, and I wanna see Johnny Eblen in the UFC. If you give me 3 fighters that I could take out of this promotion, put in the UFC, those are the 3. Damn, that was sick. I forgot to end the poll before the fight started, but that's fine. 3 votes? Come on, guys. What the fuck is that? 3? Even people who come and go can do more than 3. I mean, fuck. Impa. Alright, new poll up. Everyone vote. There's 9 of you in here. Better be 9 votes immediately. Impa, Johnny Eblen, who you got? We're rolling Johnny Eblen. If you're wondering why, I'll show you why. Let me get rid of this lower. This is why. If Johnny Eblen wins, we'll hit that plus 135 3-legger. Santos Romero over 2.5 rounds. Jackson money line. Eblen money line. Let's hit that shit, please. And then we need Renan Ferreira to also win. And then we'll be chilling till Mexico. See, they're putting the belt on him, but again, it's like, just put the Bellator belt on him at this point. Why are you putting this fucking stupid Oh, and then they put the ring in. Have you guys seen this fucking belt, dude? It's it's fucking corny. It comes with, like, a Super Bowl ring that comes out of it, so you can, like, wear a ring. Like, just give me a ring on the side. I like the idea of the ring, but when they take it out of the belt, it looks stupid as hell, and it looks stupid as hell in the belt right now. Like, it'd be cool if UFC champions had rings that they wore like Super Bowl champions. I'm down with that when you're walking the because you're not gonna fucking wear your belt. You're not gonna bring your UFC belt around. But, like, you're just walking around wearing a fucking ring like that, people be like, "Yo, what the fuck is that?" You're like, "Former fucking UFC champ, baby." Like, that's pretty sick. Ray Coop. Gotta pack the old, victory bong hit for Jamaica's on. Down by the beach, boy. Half-baked reference. What honest question right now, 2 fights left, Johnny Eblen, Impa Kasanganay, Renan Ferreira, Ryan Bader. Are you guys more excited for those 2 fights or for the UFC Mexico prelims? That's an interesting question, I feel like, because you're a lot of people are either like a huge MMA fan where they'll be like, "Obviously the Bellator PFL shit," or they're like a huge UFC fan where they're like, "Obviously the prelims." I mean, I'm looking forward to the prelims, I'm gonna watch them all, but I still feel like these 2 fights on paper are better than those. I don't know, but we chilling. Hopefully we get these next 2 fights, get up a little bit, because otherwise, like, fuck Bellator, yo. I gotta say, I've only been on Bellator, like, once or twice before, and it was, Rafion Stotts against Juan Archuleta, and it was in between rounds, and, Rafion was, like, plus 300 after round 1, and I was like, "Fuck it." Threw down on him, he knocked him out in the 3rd. I was like, "Hell yeah, Bellator's sick to bet on." And then I bet on, like, another card, and I had, like, all the former, like, UFC fighters and shit, and yeah, it didn't go so hot. Liz Carmouche, though, I always, like, bet on in Bellator, and she always wins. Sometimes that method works out, especially in the girl fights. The ass kicking machine. I gotta pull up something quick. Where is this? I had a whole list of parlays, I'm trying to just find them quick. Give me a stick and I'll find them. Here we go. See if any of these hit. So the American Top Team parlay. Kelsey DeSantis would have been the first leg, so that was a failure. She's the one who fought Clarissa Shields. Then you could have done, Thiago or Yoel Romero. They both trained at ATT, and then Johnny Eblen, so that one dead. Next up, the Brazil parlay. You needed Thiago Santos, dead. You needed Cappelozza, dead, and you need Ferreira, okay, dead. California parlay again leads off with DeSantis, dead. You could have done Corrales or Pico, okay, and McKee. Damn, so DeSantis really blew that one because Pico and McKee won. The Florida parlay, you could still hit right now. That's Yoel Romero and Johnny Eblen. Yoel already did his part. Oh, the Jackson Wink parlay, that was the only minus money of the all the parlays, so I wouldn't have taken it, but Jackson Wink parlay did hit Clarissa Shields and Darren Pico. And now you could only reason I would have taken this is because of the odds, plus 420, but, Killcliff FC parlay, Jason Jackson and Impa Kasanganay. So if you have Impa in this fight, parlayed with Jason Jackson, that could still hit. Otherwise, most of the Bellator PFL parlays dead in the water. What are we doing right now? They're doing a whole, like, in arena thing. They're showing Johnny now. Let's pull up the graphic clock. So Impa, if you guys don't remember, was on the losing end of probably the best knockout ever in UFC history. Joaquin Buckley throws that kick to the body with one leg. Impa catches it, goes for like to go for a single leg, which most fighters would do. Buckley then counters, jumps off the other leg, and does a spinning back kick. Fucking nails Impa, knocks him out cold, head back, all that shit. It was a perfect scenario of events. It was a fucking super cool counter, and it was like a perfect like one of those knockouts where the body just goes dead, which always looks sick. So you put those 2 together, probably the best knockout we've ever seen. Anyways, gets knocked out there. Think he lost like 1 or 2 more fights after that in the UFC. I think he had 3 total fights in the UFC, maybe 4. Where is he? I'm on someone else. Impa. Okay, so that was his 2nd fight in the UFC. So he's on Contender Series, beats Anthony Adams. Who the fuck is that? No one knows. Okay. UFC debut, beats Maki Pitolo by decision. Solid. Okay, then he gets that brutal knockout by Joaquin Buckley. Then he comes back and subs Sasha Palatinikiov? Yeah, something like that. Some Russian dude. Um, and then he lost to Carlston Harris. So he was 2-2 in the UFC, 3 of those fights ending by finish, and they cut him. I mean, it was kind of an unfair cut, whatever. Then he goes to Eagle FC. Remember Khabib's promotion that we haven't heard from in years? He was on that Kevin Lee, Diego Sanchez card. Lost to Raymond Magomedaliev? Yeah. Split decision, but okay. Then he goes to XMMA. I think that's on Fight Pass. Beats Jared Gooden, who's former UFC vet. Okay. Then he goes into that PFL run where he won 5 fights in a row. How many finishes? We got 3 finishes in the 5. So he's on a 6-fight win streak right now. He's really turned it around, but Johnny Eblen, on the other hand, undefeated, 14-0, trains at ATT, 32 years old, arguably his athletic prime. Just beat Fabian Edwards, Leon's little brother. Beat fucking Tokov before that, took the belt from him. That was like an eye opening for me. I was like, "Oh shit." Oh no, he had the belt. I think he got the belt from Musasi. I misspoke, but defended it against Tokov, which was a big deal, I believe. Let me look that up. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure about that. Either way, some names on the old resume here. Let's see. Starting from the bottom. All right, it's really John Salter, Gegard Mousasi, Tokov, Fabian Edwards. I don't care what anyone says, Gegard is still in 2022 that was, Gegard was still legit, right? John Salter, that's a legit win. Tokov, legit win. Fabian Edwards, I mean, he worked his way up to a title shot, so remains to be seen how Fabian turns out, but, 3 out of 4 at least really solid wins there. So, if you're gonna ask me now who has the better resume, it might be Impa. But let me actually dissect the names on his now. Josh Silveira, he beat in the final. That's, his dad is the coach at ATT. I'm blanking on the name right now. Martine Hamlet, Tim Caron, he was in the UFC. Caron, something like that. Corey Hendricks, like, I don't Jared Gooden, as I mentioned. Maki Pitolo, as I mentioned. That Russian guy, Sasha. Nothing great. Nothing great. Johnny definitely does have the bigger names, but he doesn't have many either. But, like, Gegard alone is a bigger name than Impa's entire resume. Also, Impa's whole run in PFL was at 205. He is a natural middleweight, like, he fought in the UFC at middleweight, but he just fought for the last year and a half, 2 years, up 20 pounds, so now he's gotta cut back down to 85. Eblen is a s his nickname's Pressure, okay? Because he fucking puts pressure on, he'll wrestle you to death. I think, size advantage, I think, yeah. Johnny Eblen, baby. And if we hit that, we get plus 135. Impa's coming out to like almost like a mariachi song, but it's like one of those like elegantly violent kind of vibes. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, oh shit, okay. I gotta delete this shit. What time is it right now? 4:50. Let's go. Cool. All right. Tail of the tape. 30 years old for Impa. 32 Johnny Eblen. Johnny Eblen is 1 inch taller, 6'1", and 1 inch reach advantage, 74 to 73. Both weighed in roughly 185 and a half. Again, Johnny is the 185 Bellator champion, and Impa is the 205 PFL champion. Keys to victory: Impa, defend early takedowns, punches in bunches, attack the body. Johnny Eblen, trap against the fence, punch into wrestling, body lock takedowns. If you ask me, game plans: Impa, keep it standing. Johnny, wrestle him to death. Just win, Johnny. That's all we need. Win so we cash, Johnny. Win so we cash. We're getting the introductions right now. Oh, I always forget to update the odds. Dude, it's even cornier when the announcer says it. He's like, "The winner of this will win the super belt." Like, all right. At least this one is 2 champions. I'm at least, like, cool with that. But, yeah, if you look at the odds, again, those are as of 5 hours ago. Johnny Eblen, big favorite, -410, Impa, +310. Live odds right now, they're showing, excuse me, Eblen -455, Impa +350. The money's been coming in on Johnny. Johnny must have been the one who was 350 for the breakdown if he's trending towards 450 now. So that means Jason Jackson was 450 in the breakdown. Impa Kasanganay. All right, we got even less. We got one vote on that last poll. Sick. All right, let's get the clock ready. We are about to start. Impa's in the old crouching tiger, hidden dragon. Johnny immediately with the low kick, body kick. Impa rushes in 1-2. Another body kick. Johnny's switching stances, goes in for a single leg, gets it right in the middle of the cage too. Just what he wants. Let's go, Johnny. Got the body lock. Impa runs to the side of the cage. Johnny gets him back down. They're right in front of, trying to see whose corner. Is it Johnny's corner or is it Impa? Impa back to his feet, but they're still against the cage, and Johnny still has the body lock. Lifts him again, gets him down. Johnny tries to take the back. Ooh, Impa's, they're spinning around. Okay, Johnny got him back against the cage. They're both on their feet, though. Johnny no longer has the body lock. just in the clinch now working. I gotta take this bong hit before this fight ends. And this was for, who the fuck just fought? Nemkov, right? No, Jason Jackson. See, you guys, getting too high, I can't even remember. Oh, yeah. Alright, they're back at the center of the octagon, which obviously Eblen's gotta pick and choose his spots when to wrestle, but this isn't exactly where we want him to be right now. Nothing really happening. Johnny throws the body kick. Johnny's strikes are so slow. I mean, he's a wrestler, he's not a striker, but his strikes are very slow, like, the stand-up is not he doesn't look good. He's gotta throw them to set up the takedowns, though, so, like, it is what it is, but, like, there's still a lot of time in this round, and yeah, he got, I don't know, 2, 3 takedowns, but I feel like he's gotta shoot now and get some more ground control time if he really wants to take this round dominantly. He just threw a fucking huge overhand left that whiffed. Right hook that whiffed. Imp is scared to close the distance too, though, because he knows he's gonna get taken down. Live odds minus 520 Eblen, plus 350. Isn't that what it opened at Kasanganay? Eblen's gotta shoot, dude. Oh, Impa just landed a nice 1-2 on him. Low kick from Johnny. Ooh, Johnny got him in the clinch, landed a few uppercuts. They broke. Live odds now updated minus 720 Eblen. Why I feel like their live odds are not accurate. I don't think Johnny's losing, but, like, how are they getting wider? If anything, in the last 2 minutes, he's kinda fallen off. He just went to shoot and Impa fucking feinted the knee and would have been lights out if Johnny committed. Like, 30 seconds, Johnny, shoot. He's not even like, no one's telling him to, and it's not like he's trying to, and, like, I just think you gotta secure this round, dude. Actually just landed a nice right hand. Yeah, Chael's sounding saying it. Impa's about to steal this round. I agree. 10 seconds, bro, like, shoot. Does he think he's doing good with the striking? Like, Impa threw a flying knee right at the end of the round, didn't connect. Yeah, that was, I will say that round could go either way. Johnny Eblen got about 3 takedowns. Granted, they were over the course of, like, 45 seconds. It wasn't that long, and it was also in the first 2 minutes of the fight. The last 3 minutes of the fight were all stand up, in which I would say Impa got the better half. So, are the judges gonna look at that like, "Okay, that 3 minutes of striking was more important than the 1 minute of wrestling?" Probably, but wouldn't shock me if anyone gave that to Eblen. But I'll be devil's advocate and say it was 10-9 Impa. But I think Johnny's corner better have fucking told him, bro. Stick to the plan. Bitch, quit playing. AKA Russell. Oh, they're both coming out swinging hammers. Holy shit. Impa knocks him down. Johnny was hurt, dude. He's on a single leg now, but it's like survival mode. Oh shit, dude. Impa just rocked him. Why are you standing with him? Oh, Impa's in on a fucking oh, let's go of it. 1, 2. He's gonna knock Johnny out, dude. I hate to say it, he's gonna knock him the fuck out. Johnny in on a single. Again, really just survival mode. Impa doing a great job of defending this, and Johnny's hurt, so, he's not really getting his, full potential there. He's just, like, holding on to a double leg. Impa is spread so wide that, like, there's no way he's locking his hands on this kinda thing. He's gotta switch to a single leg, but again, he's probably just holding on to survive. He did switch to the single. Oh, and Impa gets out of it. Oh, and now they're standing again against the cage. Impa throwing bombs. Johnny's like, "Ooh, let me just land the lucky shot." So he's standing and swinging with him like, "Bro, no, you getting knocked out is imminent. You need to fucking wrestle." Again against the cage, Impa sprawled. Johnny just, hugging him. Really just a recovery mode. Back in on the single. Oh, he did lift him, but didn't get him down. Let's go of it. Lands a short elbow. Yeah, the over 1.5 that just hit. Oh, I wish this was 5 rounds at this point because, I mean, if it even would go, even if it's even gonna go 3 rounds, who knows? But, unless Johnny can steal this round here in the final 2 minutes, he's gonna be down 2 rounds probably, which sucks. At least if there was 5, he's got time. He's got the body lock, giving him dead legs. Oh, Johnny finally gets a takedown. There we go. Takes the back. Dude, if Johnny comes back from this, we get a fucking sub or something, I will be so hyped. Impa tries to roll out of it. He's got 1 underhook in. Johnny's got that 1 leg locked up, but he really probably wants the body triangle. He is holding Impa there, but Impa's still able to, like, spin a little bit. Ah, see, and he spins out of it. Johnny now in his guard, throws an elbow. Live odds, Impa -375, Eblen +275. Johnny's really gotta land some damage here. He throws an elbow right there, because if you don't do enough damage here, you're still lost this round even with this control time, I think. He was rocked earlier. He was getting hit clean on the feet, like, Gaff in the house, what up? I just got home from a Frank the Tank Saturday at La Old School. What the fuck is that? Fuck, I didn't know they were on this early. Yeah, dude, 3 PM, Maine. What is a Frank the Oh, Frank the Tank from fucking Old School, the movie, a la Old School. I got you. Oh, dude, I fucking love that movie. That's hilarious. So you're fucking bombed right now? Gonna have a nice little Saturday? Maybe hit Bed Bath& and Beyond? I don't know. I don't know if we'll have enough time. Oh, Johnny landing some nice shots here. Dude, alright. I'm probably giving round 2 dude. Both of these rounds are, like, really close. And it's shocking to say that because Johnny was almost finished in that round, but I'm feeling like he could have done enough there at the end. Damn, yo, Impa rocked him. They're showing the replays. And yeah, Impa clearly worked on knees and uppercuts when Johnny goes to shoot. I mean, that's what you should work on when you're fighting a wrestler, but, timing it really nice, man. So, yeah, Johnny got almost, like, 10-8'd in the first 2 minutes of that round, then dominates the final 3 minutes. It's kinda like the first round, it's, like, just the opposite. So the scoring on this is gonna be all over the place. I'm gonna say right now, winner of the 3rd could take it. It could be 2-0 Impa, it could be 1-1. This round is really important, especially for Johnny. Live odds actually now favor Johnny, -160, but I don't trust those, but at least that works in our favor. If Johnny can just get a takedown early in this round, instead of in the final half of the round, and just fucking control him for 4 minutes, that would be ideal. Both standing in the center, throwing shit. Impa's getting oohs and ahs, but I don't know if it's just, like, his family and friends in the crowd or if it's, like, actually landing. Because you can clearly tell he has, like, a crew rooting for him. No one cheers for Johnny, but, like, a bunch of people cheer for Impa. Johnny's now -130, so it's gone down a little bit since the start of the round. This round is still, like, super close. They're both just standing, throwing shots. No one's really landing. You could argue Impa's landed more, but nothing of significance. Ooh, Johnny landed a nice right there. Yeah, best punch of the fight so far, says Chael for Eblen. Oh, but see, you can't stand with Impa in close range. Impa just loads off like 4 or 5 punches. Oh, so Johnny keeps going within range throwing, but he's, like, so slow with these punches that Impa's just countering with nice shots. They're both landing, but it's like Impa will get off, like, 3 quick power shots to Johnny's, like, 1 overhand. Odds going in favor of Johnny again, -160 now. We're halfway through the round. Shout out anyone who had the over 2.5. I guarantee you were sweating the shit out of that. I need a takedown here. If I'm Johnny's coach, I'm fucking screaming that. Mike Brown, where you at? Ooh, I like that. Johnny threw an overhand and whiffed on it, and then Impa punched him, and it hit him in the shoulder, and Johnny was like but you could tell it was legit, not like when someone gets hit and, like, smiles and says, like, "Oh." You can tell it, like, genuinely didn't hit him. -220 Eblen odds right now. I hope that's fucking right. John McCarthy popping in a little box to tell us it's anyone's fight. Johnny goes in on a double leg and gets it. Let's fucking go. He's in half guard. 90 seconds left in this fight, and if Johnny can hold it here, I'll feel good about this. Impa tries to stand. Johnny does a great job of keeping him down. Again, he's not doing any damage here. I mean, he's offensively wrestling, I should say, because Impa's trying to get to his feet. Ooh, but he takes the back. Just one hook in, though. They're against the cage. It's gonna be hard for him to get the other hook in, and Impa's ready for it. Oh. Oh, he seats, he gets the body triangle. He sits. Body triangle and going for the rear naked. I don't believe they're showing me, like, the worst angles. Why is this angle crooked? Why are you showing us a crooked angle? Alright, just landing some ground and pound. Impa trying to twist out of it. He threatens with the rear naked anytime Impa tries to get out of it, otherwise he's just landing short punches. And he can't get under the chin, so it would just be a neck crank. There's not enough time, probably 10 seconds maybe he goes for it. Oh, he's just throwing shots. Impa's throwing shots from the ooh, Impa actually landed a big couple elbows at the end there. Alright. Fuck. I don't even know, like, who the fuck's gonna win that. It could be a draw, dude. Imagine it's a draw. It wouldn't be the most shocking thing. You gotta give Johnny round 3. Sid is asking, "Did Yoel fight yet?" Yes, Sid, and he won. It was a decision. It was 30-27, 30-27, 29-28. Let's hope we got this. I'm either gonna make this red or green right now, and we're either gonna be in the red or green right now. Johnny Ep is a tough son of a bitch, man. Because that shit was, like, 2 seconds away from ending a few times, I feel like. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Still waiting on the decision here. I wonder if they're still deciding. Chael just said Impa is enrolled and starts at Harvard in 2 months. Good for him. That's pretty sick. Impa's parents flew 22 hours to support their boy tonight. Shout out. It's kinda wild that even these title fights are only 3 rounds. I mean, if they wanted to improve their pacing, they did, but part of that might have just been fights ending early. Because again, even if Bader Ferreira goes the distance, probably still ending before the top of the hour. Yeah, we might have a draw. Fuck, dude. Half the crew saying Impa, half saying Eblen. Chael and Dan Hardy both have Eblen, so let's fucking hope they're right. Here we go. Here we go. 29-28 Eblen. 29-28 Impa. Let's fucking go. Johnny Eblen, split decision, 229-28. The other one went to Impa, 29-28. Let's fucking go, baby. We in the green. That three-leg parlay hit plus 135. That was our biggest parlay of this card. So pretty happy about that. And now we just need Renan Ferreira to close it out for us. Let me add this in so you guys can see. Every time makes me fucking go through 20 hoops just to show you the graphic. But here it comes. Boom. Let's fucking go. If you guys missed any of the card earlier, AJ McKee finished clay collared in under a minute. It was wild. High sub, armbar, transitioned, guillotine into a fucking triangle, into a fucking armbar. It was dope. Thiago Santos, Yoel, Romero, 86 years old combined, dude. And it looked like it. They were both. I mean, I gotta say, Yoel was landing some nice low kicks, and Thiago was falling off balance and shit. Yoel ended up winning. I think it was 30-27 two times and 29-28 unanimous. Um, Cappelozza and Nemkov. First round, Nemkov looked really good, but it wasn't that crazy. Like Cappelozza was definitely still in the fight. Second round, Cappelozza rocks Nemkov, and Nemkov just shoots the double leg immediately into full mount, jumps into a fucking head and arm choke, lights out. Cappelozza didn't tap, fell asleep. Like, how do you fall asleep in there, bro? You're in the middle of no, just kidding. But yeah, so technical submission, which sucks because if the AJ McKee thing hit, we would have been fucking perfect through 5 fights, whatever. We got 4 fights correct so far out of 5. I feel good about that. Also, Bellator out here fucking killing it, dude. Bellator has won every fight so far. AJ McKee, Yoel Romero, Vadim Nemkov, Jason Jackson, Johnny Eblen. Okay. Anyways, Ray Cooper the third versus Jason Jackson. Jason Jackson fucking finished him. He was dropping him with low kicks. Again, that's been the story of the night. Lead chopping away at that lead leg. As soon as round 2 started, Cooper almost got finished at the end of round 1, by the way. Jason Jackson was landing some huge elbows at the end of round 1. Round 2 starts, he just throws a fucking low kick. Ray Cooper drops to the ground, just hammer fists him. It was over in like 15 seconds of round 2. So cash that. And then we just had Impa and Johnny Eblen put on a great fight, man. And it could have gone either way. It was a split decision, 229-28 in favor of Johnny Eblen. What I would have told you was like one of the locks of the night, and he had me sweating the most there. But we got one fight left, and it's the main event. Renan Ferreira versus Ryan Bader. And I guess Renan just wanted the easiest fight. So they gave him Ryan Bader. That joke's played out, but still a classic. Gaff saying Bellator really smashed on PFL. Yeah, dude. 5-0. Also, I got to think back to the earlier fights. Pico won. That's 6-0. Clarissa Shields won. Was that other girl from whatever though? PFL? No, Clarissa's from PFL. Was that other girl from Bellator? Like, was every fight PFL versus Bellator, even on the prelims? I gotta look at the card to really figure that shit out. Dude, 6'8". Give me a knockout. Corey, if you're still watching, Corey has the over 1.5. Otherwise, he's been riding with us since the McKee fight, which worked out perfect for him because that's the only fight we've gotten wrong. So I'll take Fajeda over 1.5. I'll take an early knockout too, but we're getting the not walkout, the little promo package they do. I'm here, just been chilling in the BG. I feel you. I wasn't calling you out or anything. I was just saying if you're still here, we got one leg left. But I appreciate it. We got to take a victory bong hit. I also got to take a piss so bad, but I'm like, one fight left. I can make it. Been drinking coffee and and I still have some and I want it. But, got to do what you got to do. And no one's making me do anything. I could literally just leave. I could just end this stream and go take a piss. I could pause it and go take I could do whatever I want, but I'm gonna keep it going. Yo, are we at 420 subscribers yet? And if so, better leave it at that. I gotta pull it up. Live count right now. What do you guys think we're at? What are we at? 412. Yo, I need 8 subscribers right now so we can get to 420, and then that's it. We'll just end the channel there. Over. No, we would keep it going, maybe. Nah, I'm just kidding, obviously, but who wins the main event? Does anyone have Ryan Bader? I don't blame you if you do, especially now that he's an underdog. I said earlier in the night, if I was betting today with the odds as they are, may have taken Ryan Bader because he's plus money today, and I only really took Renan Ferreira because he was plus money the other day. In hindsight, that worked out really well because Ferreira went from a plus 120 to now like a minus 140. So a bunch of people have been betting on him, but I still feel like I just really went who was the plus money guy, you know? Ryan Bader. There's value on Bader. We just saw it in this fight. Johnny Eblen and Impa. Wrestler versus striker. You know? Bader could wrestle his way to a decision or what's his fuck can knock him out. Sorry, I'm stoned and I'm packing the bomb. Gaff, go to Bet Online or your other thing. It's not on DK or FanDuel, but Bet Online has it, and I'm not sure what you used to use, but whatever you used to use probably has it. If you're trying to bet on it. Otherwise, just hold tight till Mexico. We going to Mexico? Mexico live stream starting in 4.5 hours. Be there or be dead to me. Ryan Beta. Let's pull up the graphic for this fight. Really get this shit going. Get the clock in there. Let me fix it. It's crooked as fuck. There we go. That's better. Cheers. Doing a bong hit for the old Johnny Eblen getting the splitty city over there. That was nail biter, but we got through it. Darth, do you think anyone has honestly gone up to Ryan Bader and been like, "Yo, Darth, what's up, Darth?" Like, I know it's supposed to be like Darth Vader, Darth Bader, but like the nickname is just Darth. It's one of the dumber nicknames if you ask me. You got a fucking Darth in your neck. Shout out old school Gaff. I forgot Francis is fighting the winner of this fight. So they're probably gonna do a stare down shit. I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Especially like, yo, all right, let's say Francis is fighting Anthony Joshua in 2 weeks, I believe, on Friday. So 13 days. If he finishes Anthony Joshua or even just wins, you really think he's gonna go then fight in PFL against the winner of this fight? I don't know. He might be contractually obligated to. Like, maybe you know how, like, when he signed with PFL, they were like, "Oh, and he also has the chance he could leave and go box." Like, he has that all that freedom. They might have wrote something in, like, "You can go box, but no more than 2 in a row." Like, for every 2 things you do outside of our organization, you gotta do 1 thing in it, something like that. So, like, maybe his next thing has to be PFL, but I'd be so interested if he wins against Joshua, like, what happens next? Because it would not shock me if he's like, I'm not going to PFL, bro." Again, unless he's contractually obligated, which he might be because he signed a contract with them. We're getting the intros now. The main event of the evening. Dude, it's cringe every I mean, what's cringier, smart cage or super belt? The winner of the super belt in the smart cage. Like, Ryan Bader, 31-7, 1 no contest, 13 knockouts, 3 submissions. So that's 16 of his 39 professional fights by finish, so he's a decision machine, you could say. Most of his fights by decision. Holy shit, Ferreira's a -175 now, live odds. Again, my odds below as of when the prelims started. So a lot of late money coming in on Ferreira still. I got him at +120, which speaking of, I gotta throw that up. Ferreira 12-3, 3 no contests, little questionable there. 10 KOs and 1 submission. I believe all those no contests were failed drug tests. I don't know if they were on his end or the opponent's end. If you remember, PFL went through that string of, like, 20 fighters got popped, so wouldn't surprise me either way if it was him or his opponent. BC and Luke also doing watch along. I saw that, bro, and I was like, "God damn it." They're only doing this, though. They're not doing Mexico. They might do a reaction to Mexico, but we'll see. They probably got, like, what are they at, Gaff? Like 3,000 viewers to my 10? Yeah. Music Coca, I got +140 for Bader. Alright, man, I respect it because, like I said, I just took the plus money fighter here. Here's the ages, 34, Bader 40. Fajeda's 34. 6 inches taller for Fajeda and an 11-inch reach advantage. Jesus Christ. I got 2.7K watching, sick. Yo, if they could just send me like, bro, I'll take point 0.1 of that. Give me a hundo. The fight just started, but I'm stoned and didn't do the clock. Give me a second. Oh, right away, Fajeda drops him. Let's fucking go. Finish this. Oh, he definitely punched him in the back of the head. Fight's over. Fight's over. Simple as that, folks. That's how you have a near perfect night in fucking Bellator Nation, okay? AJ McKee, I gotta say, I really liked him going into today, and dude, he's the only one that fucked us today. He's the only one that ruined it. That was fucking quick, bro. That was 25 seconds, maybe? Also, like, ref definitely jumped in, and Fajeda was still fucking hitting him. And definitely back of the head shots. The commission is discussing it. I hope it's not a fucking no contest. It might be. It might get voided. I hope not, though. Oh, okay. Chael just got us all sweating. Chael's like, "The commission is discussing it. A lot of those shots were to the back of the head." Okay, drops him. I missed the shot again. Lands. Back of the head. Ref stops. Oh, fuck, hit the mic. Bro, ref stopped it, and he hold on, let's see the shot. Oh, it was just a 1-2, and he hit him with the 2. Right on the chin. Boop. Okay, let's see. Ref touches him. 1, 2. 2 clear shots after the ref jumped in. Just saying. No one's calling that out right now, but that definitely just fucking happened. Holy shit. Damn. Oh, Manich, I forgot you had the over 1.5. Fuck. That was so quick, though. Wow, this year, all the old guys are taking L's. Yeah, dude. I mean, yo, if you're gonna give me a young heavyweight at plus money, I'm taking it. Like, especially not drastic plus money. Like, this was 100 in either direction. It's not that crazy. Like, yeah, man. Talk about a good fucking day. So technically, we got 5 out of the 6 fights correct, but we had the AJ McKee fight, which we got wrong. We had the over 2.5 parlayed with Nemkov, so that bet wasn't correct. But if I could do some quick math, we're we finished up like 1.5 units on the day because we spent 3 units and we won 4.55. Yeah. So we finished up 1.55. Good start to the day. That's just Bellator, baby. We still got UFC Mexico coming up next. 10 p.m. Eastern. You don't know what time that is in your time zone. It's 4.5 hours from now. So exactly 4.5 hours. We'll be live again, ready to fucking win some more money. If this wasn't a testament enough. I got 5 of 6, bro. 2 of 3. Jake Roseman in the house. Hey. Hey, man. What's up? Renan Ferreira just won, Jake. Pretty epic night. Fucking killed it. It's a day, I guess. Yeah, Jake, you missed everything. Quick recap for everyone. Well, let's see if Francis gets in the cage here. Let's first wait for that. They're showing Francis right now. Renan Ferreira has the belt. So we're gonna get Renan Ferreira versus Francis, by the way. This 6'8" monster versus Francis, who I believe is what, 6'5"? Don Davis waving Francis into the ring. You know Don Davis can't wait to take this picture, dude. Jake saying, "Busy with shit today. I had no idea the card started early." Yeah, dude, but it's super convenient because UFC Mexico starts in an hour and a half. So, and I gotta say, I gotta give Bellator/PFL props for the fucking pacing of this card. Everyone was shitting on their pacing all week, and the prelim pacing was atrocious. I gotta say, but this main card, 2.5 hours for 6 fights, pretty good. That's how long a 5 fight card takes in the UFC. Granted, you gotta work with the finishes and shit. If this fight went the distance, it would've gone a little longer, but still. I'm just waiting to see if they do this Francis shit. Dan Hardy's gonna interview him, I don't really care. Alright, so if you guys are just joining us, first fight of the night, Clay Collard versus AJ McKee. Wait, let's wait. Jake asking something. What are the hottest Bellator PFL matchups besides Francis to look forward to after this card? Great question, Jake. Let's think. So, by the way, Bellator went 5-1 tonight. Their lone loss was right here to Ryan Bader. So, matchup number 1, you gotta do Fajeda versus Ngannou. I mean, they've already pretty much determined that. They said Ngannou's gonna get the winner. Book it. Johnny Eblen at middleweight against someone from PFL. You could do wait, fucking PFL doesn't even have a middleweight division. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do there. They're gonna have to, like, do you could, no one wants to see that either. Yo, if Jason Jackson wants to move up to 85, and you do Jason Jackson versus Johnny Eblen, that's a sick fight that I would fucking look forward to. Vadim Nemkov at heavyweight. Yo, Nemkov should fight fucking Ngannou. Fuck Ferreira. No, let's see Ferreira first. But also Nemkov should be up next, or Nemkov should get like who's another PFL heavyweight. I mean, they really don't have fucking anyone I care about. Yoel Romero too at 46 years old. Do we really care who he fights next? I mean, he won, so I can't really talk shit. But like again, that's a 185 matchup. So you could do Eblen against one of the. Oh no, well they're fighting at 205 now. Yeah, everyone's all over the place. AJ McKee at 55. You could do AJ McKee in a lot of fun matchups like Shane Burgos, AJ McKee. If Olivier Aubin Mercier wants to come out of retirement, you could do him and AJ McKee. You could do who else is in that lightweight division? Anthony Pettis, but he might have been fighting at 170. I don't know. They change shit all the time. Either way, if anyone was wondering how the fights went, First fight of the night, Clay Collard, AJ McKee. My stream went down and I turned this new stream on and AJ had him in a guillotine already on the ground. And I was like, oh fuck, what's going on? Then he jumps to a triangle. Clay gets out of the triangle and I'm like, oh, okay. And then he just transitions to a fucking armbar and Clay tapped and he was super frustrated. And it was like 30 seconds long, 45 seconds long. So super disappointing start, especially because I like missed the beginning of the fight. If you go back and watch this stream, the fight basically ends right when I go live. So that was cool. Not really. Thiago Santos, Yoel Romero. Yoel just picked him apart with these low kicks. Fucking over 2.5 rounds. It was 30-27, 30-27, 29-28, unanimous for Romero. Then we had Bruno Cappelozza versus Vadim Nemkov. Nemkov looked really good in the first round. Nothing too crazy though. Second round starts. Nemkov got rocked, takes down Cappelozza, full mount immediately, jumps into this hard net, head and arm triangle, head and arm choke slash arm triangle, whatever you want to call it, and put him to sleep. Technical submission. It was pretty dope. Would have been even cooler if AJ McKee hit that over 2.5 for us, but whatever. Then Jason Jackson looked great against Ray Cooper. Granted, Ray Cooper probably didn't belong in there with him, but, fucking just low kicked him enough where as soon as round 2 started, he hit him with a low kick, and Cooper fucking dropped to the ground, was like, "I'm done with this, bro." Jackson just landed some ground and pound. Round 2 TKO. It was, like, first 10 seconds of round 2. Impa Johnny Eblen was probably fight of the night. That's the number 1 I would recommend going back and well, you should watch the finish of, like, all of them, but definitely go back and watch Impa versus Johnny Eblen because it was a war and it could have gone either way, and we didn't even know who won. Like really close fight. 2 rounds were toss ups. Round 3 was the only one that was like definitely Eblen, but it would have been totally fine to say he lost 2-1. One judge did give it to Impa 29-28. The other two 29-28 in favor of Eblen. So we cashed that 3 leg parlay. We had that with the Yoel fight and the Jason Jackson fight. And then you just tuned in, but the main event just ended, and Renan Ferreira knocked out Ryan Bader in like 20 seconds, real quick. And we got him at plus money early in the week, which is dope because he was minus 175 when this fight started. So that was pretty fucking sick. Overall, great day. 5 of 6, 2 or 3 on the bets, up 1.55 units. Add that to our total already with 8 something units. Still got UFC Mexico coming. 4.5 hours. Be there or be square. King J saying, "Need Yair Moreno to cash this money line parlay." Hell yeah, dude! I forgot you did the money line parlay. He had Nemkov, Jackson, Eblen, Fajeda, Yair Moreno. So rooting for that. Also rooting for the overs that I posted in that over 1.5 for Yair and over 3.5 for Moreno, which I'm sweating, but we'll see. Hope you guys have good luck with the prelim bets if you got any. I got a few in. I'll share them with y'all later. But yeah, I will see everyone if you're tuning in around 10 p.m. Until then, be good. Peace, guys.